Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Matching hundreds. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, I hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 38-year-old Eli Manning heading out to lead the Giants. Look at the numbers, show how good Eli has been over the years. 7th all-time in passing yards, 8th in touchdowns, 7 4,000-yard seasons, including last year. And he's looking to make one last run before the sun sets on his Hall of Fame career.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Faking the give to Barkley, now Manning. And right away, he lost the football. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's third down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings under 6-year head coach Mike Zimmer. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often mask a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Cousins now from the 50. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
On the carry, it's Cook. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. To throw is Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 5 catches, 54 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Throwing is Manning on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 95 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Working from the gun, Manning. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Throwing on 2nd and long. Manning looking sideline, incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Vikings turn up the heat and they block it. And they are going to take possession of the football. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
On play action, Cousins. Going to throw deep for the end. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Cousins pass complete to Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Minnesota.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Giants nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. On 2nd and 15 now. Manning, and he floats one there, incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Manning, finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
The tackle made by Julian Love. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick of the Cleveland Browns in 2017, has returned to his home area to play for the New York Giants. And he's looking for an opportunity to really shine. Sharp and returning football on kickoffs and punts. The Giants believe he can fill the gap at safety for them.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Manning. He completes it to Tate. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake. Manning. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Line 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Clear.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So that one will be accepted.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
On third down, Manning. That's complete to Goldman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You ain't going nowhere.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
Get in the weight room.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On first and 10, here's Manning. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing now is Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Cousins now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Off the play fake, Cousins. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, Cousins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop. A 1st run for the backup, Abdullah. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Manning now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 32-yard line.
On second and 12, Manning. It's brought in left side by Tate. That second down play nets a -4. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Manning. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. On first down, Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Offside. Defense.
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
That penalty is
Well, it leads me to
declined.
one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's Barkley, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on second down. Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On second down at 4, Manning. He's got it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Manning looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Manning. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they decline it as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. Play fake. Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
A gain of 15.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Watch tight end. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 31-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw is Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down.
Watch right.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They'll try to run with Madison. He won't go down. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Makes the score, Vikings.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Complete. Smith has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And the Giants first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Manning. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. He was covered by Trey Wayne.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Open man, it's Thielen, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
A gain of 14. First down, Vikings.
31's the mic.
They'll run on first down. Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. His throw incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Cousins pass. Complete to Adam.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Vikings.
Play action now. Cousins is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook.
Cousins hands to Dalvin Cook.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Cousins now setting up the screen for Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
3rd and 4.
Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They go play action. Cousins. And he's going to go down again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Third and long for Cousins. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Manning. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. And that is incomplete.
Manning's pass intended for Evan Ingram.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now, making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. That'll be complete to Cook. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Manning's pass intended for Evan Ingram.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Giants do snap it. It's Manning looking for Shepard deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33. Trip.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins, blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and goal for Cousins. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Manning. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Manning. It's caught, Shepard. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the gun, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on fourth down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down. Like they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Cousins from the gun on third. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Give to Cook out of the gun. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Vikings, they boost their record up to a strong